right, have you guys heard about this new trend on TikTok? It's called the negative parenting test. And it's quite interesting. People are taking the test, posting their results with some sad music.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you taken the test, or do you know if your child has taken a test? I'm Alexandra Lilly, and this is Donna Palmer. And in this video, we're just going to chat a little bit about this test and the effects that it can have on us as children and as parents. All right, you must be very interested in our new background. You must be wondering, where are we from? Anyways, but before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that bell so that you are notified anytime we release a new video on how to handle your child's challenging behaviors. Okay, so why should you listen to us? Why should you take our advice? Well, we're not going to fill you with any fluff. We're just going to let you know that we've been there and we've done that. All right. So we took the test. Let's take a look at our results. All right, so let's take a look at Donna's results. All right, now let's look at mine.
So now you've seen the results of myself and Alexandra. The next question is, how do we interpret this information? We've taken the negative parenting test. We've gotten the results, which is negative.
Right.
Right? Now, what do we do with it? How do we interpret it as parents? And for the children, well, we are both parents and children. So when we take the test, we are looking at our parents. We're looking at ourselves as parents and our children. So how do we interpret this information? What do we do with this information? That's really something that we need to take a look at.
Okay, so let's just look at some of the comments that we found on TikTok. So we went and we looked on TikTok. We saw some different, I don't know what they're called on TikTok, profiles that did the test. And some of the comments they're kind of
depressing.
They're depressing and they're sad. Let's read a couple. So someone said, not surprised, but still depressing. Guess which parent I need therapy for. I'm truly blessed. That was a rare one. That was one positive one. I have daddy issues. I didn't know it was that bad.
Wow.
I wanted it to be better. And no wonder I love attention.
Yeah.
So some of these comments were not so positive. I know it's called the negative test, but it seemed to bring everybody down in a bad mental state.
Okay, so that was the negative comments that we saw. Now let's talk about the positive comments. The one with...
just the one that said, I'm truly blessed.
Okay.
I only came across one.
Okay. But guess what? We have we have our own.
Comments.
So we just showed you our results, right? And my results says it's punishment and controlling. That's the parenting style I was raised under. And yes, it's true. That is true of my parents. And it is true of myself. When I just started my parenting journey, yes, I did use punishment. And I did try to control my kids. So I definitely did see that it transferred from them onto me. How about you, Alexandra?
Mine was overprotective and definitely saw that. Wasn't surprised about that. But then I was like, oh, yeah, that was me. That was me with my children. But luckily enough, I've changed my ways.
Right. And like you said, luckily enough, we, thank goodness, we didn't just find this out when we did the test. We found this out a long time ago. We found it out, somewhere along our parenting journey. And we had the opportunity to make changes. We had the opportunity to get effective parenting skills and replace those negative parenting styles for more effective ones, more positive ones, so that we could have impacted our own lives and our children's lives.
So after you take the test, you can be left with one out of two mindsets. The first mindset is the victim stance.
And let's talk a little bit about the victim stance. Okay, as a child, you were a victim because you were little, you had no control over what was taking place, you had no control over the circumstances, over your parents' actions. So you were indeed a victim. And you know what? There are a lot of times that we grow up and we become adults, and we don't even realize that we are no longer that child who should be a victim, but we have control. And we tend to stay with the victim stance. So if you do this test and you realize that, you know what, you were a victim to these negative parenting styles, and you still feel like a victim, don't stay in the victim stance. This is an opportunity, a good opportunity. You now know something about yourself. You know something about your parents, and you can change your course of life and move out of the victim stance.
All right, so have you taken the test? Maybe your kids took the test. Have they come and start blaming you for some things? Let us know in the comments. All right, so the second mindset is, now that I know where I'm coming from, I know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Toronto. Okay, so all seriousness, where are we really going?
Okay, Alexandra, I'm glad you asked.
Not to Toronto.
Not to Toronto. Now that we know where we've been, because we've done the test, we know our own experience with our parents. We know our own experience as parents. Now, you know what? It's not going to be an easy journey.
No.
Change
is hard. It's very hard.
You know, people don't like change. Our brain does not like change, okay? So, I mean, we are going to have to really put some effort and some determination and make the choice to change our lives. Yes, we are coming from negative parenting styles, but our life does not have to be the same, and our children does not have to experience the negative parenting styles from us. So let us make a decision within ourselves, make a choice within ourselves that, you know what, yes, this is what happened to me as a child, but I am going to break the cycle. I am going to make the changes, and I'm going to turn my life around and my children's life around. How about that?
Sounds good.
Now, after all that is said and done, if you are feeling like you're a bad parent, you're not, okay? Just get that straight. But if you feel that you really need help, because you know what, we're coming from a long line of negative parenting styles, that's okay. We all need help. We have our parenting community where you will find parents like ourselves, other parents where we support and we encourage each other on this parenting journey. Join our parenting community at
admin@parentingbeyondbehaviors.com. Okay, so be sure to check out our next video where we're going to talk about being diagnosed with autism as an adult.
And remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.